Children are supposed to be loving and respectful to their parents, but some children become the nightmare of their parents. It becomes so intense that it leads to murders. In this video, we'll be talking about 5 children who killed their parents. So, watch this video until the end and subscribe for more. Here we begin. Number 5. Chris Pritchard of North Carolina. Back in 1988, one North Carolina State University student, Chris Pritchard, was heavily into the role-playing gaming of Dungeons and Dragons and severe illegal drugs like cocaine and LSD, and his stepfather was denying to help his habits anymore. His mother, Bonnie Von Stein, had constantly gone easy on the kid because she felt regretful about his biological father not being around. As an outcome, Chris was frequently marked as a troubled kid by teachers and principals. Because of this constant neglect, his behavior worsened after his mother tied the knot with another man, Leith Von Stein. Chris then decided it was time for someone else to handle set strings. He planned with fellow D&D player James O. Church III to slaughter his parents as they slept in the Washington community home. The duo compelled Gerald Neal Henderson to steer the getaway car. When the assignment was done, Chris thought that he would inherit more than $2 million. Little did he know that he would end up in jail. Number 4. Anthony Blumel of Kansas. It's rare to find a kid in a healthy relationship with adoptive parents, although with time, the kid also accepts the parents. But here the case is different. 19-year-old Tony Blumel never had the best relationship with his adoptive parents, Roger and Melissa Blumel, so he was delighted when he obtained a Facebook message from the woman he figured out to be his biological mother. He then found that he didn't want his adoptive parents, as his biological mother was alive, so he decided to get rid of them, which he actually did, but the police instantly connected the dots and arrested him. Number 3. Alan Ruby of Oklahoma. On Monday, October 13th, back in 2014, a Duncan, Oklahoma housekeeper walked into the house of her clients, John and Tinker Ruby, to find out that the couple, along with their 17-year-old daughter, Catherine, had been slaughtered. The housekeeper told officials that it was a dreadful scene that she would never forget. The Rubys had been massacred on October 9th, 2014, but had lain undiscovered until her arrival 4 days later. She cried as she repeated the fume of blood and decomposing flesh. The couple also had a son, 19-year-old Alan Ruby, who was 75 miles away from the University of Oklahoma when he heard the call about his family's miserable deaths. He rushed home instantly, apparently eager to collaborate with detectives, hoping to find a triple murderer. Originally, Alan would ignore telling the detectives that he had a shopping addiction or that he had recently been charged with fraudulent check and credit card charges. Number 2. Andrew Walmsley of Texas. When a call came to 911 on the night of December 11, 2003, surprisingly no one was on the other end. Instead, officials were instantly dispatched to the area of the call, which was the home of Rick and Suzanne Walmsley on Turnberry Drive in Mansfield. There, the couple's stabbed and bullet-ridden dead bodies were found. The Walmsleys' neighbors would be surprised and appalled when the couple's 19-year-old son, Andrew, was charged as the mastermind of the murders. Now you must be thinking, why had the teenager plotted to slaughter his parents with his girlfriend Chelsea Richardson, her roommate Susanna, and other teenager? Well, he had 1.65 million reasons, as police believed it so. Number 1. Jimmy Robertson of South Carolina. On November 25, 1997, Terry Robertson's co-worker was concerned when she didn't show up for a crucial work meeting, and wishing Terry had just overslept, went to the Robertsons' Rock Hill home to get her. Rather, her colleague found the brutalized bodies of Terry and her husband Earl. The investigations didn't need much effort to learn about the couple's oldest son, James D. Jimmy Robertson. Yes, their son killed them. According to his close friends and family, Jimmy had recently been cut off financially by his parents after discovering he'd been deported from Georgia Tech for failing to conduct his classes. The finalized picture would show Jimmy was angry at his parents' rejection to provide him money to help his habits any longer, and that's why he killed them in a fit of rage induced by snorting crush or talent to inherit their $2.2 million inheritance. Jimmy was sentenced for slaughtering his parents in 1999, and he was later sentenced to death. However, he continues to demand his sentence from death row at Liber Correctional Institution in Ridgeville. So that's all for now. What do you think about these videos? Let me know in the comments and subscribe for more.